We have hairs on our bodies that we are prohibited from removing.
Han Meditations. Hello guys, I am Han. This is Kelly.
Hi everybody.
We are Han Meditations. We're back with another interesting video. Now this video is very particularly interesting because I don't know if we've ever really discussed body hair on this. We've talked about beards and growing a beard, and is
maybe
it
a
mandatory?
little touched on baldness, just a little bit.
So, this is going to be a little bit different. So I actually want to know if there are rules about body hair. Are you allowed to shave it? Are you allowed to cut it? What's the deal?
That's interesting.
So, find somewhere comfortable to sit and watch, and let's get right into it together.
So we have hairs on our bodies that we are prohibited from removing. And we have hairs on our bodies that we are obliged to remove. And the third category is the hair that we are not told to remove nor ordered to keep. So it is permissible for you to do whatever you want with that. For a man, it is a must that he does not remove his beard and not to come in contact or touch, pluck, cut, or shave his eyebrows. So this is okay, understood. There's no problem in that. The Prophet ﷺ has forbidden us from shaving the beards, and he told us to go against the Jews, the Christians, and the fire worshippers, and to keep it, to honor it, to grow it, etc. Now, the women don't have beards, actually. But if they do, they are obliged to remove it because they are not allowed to imitate men, as men are not allowed to imitate women by shaving it. Women are also prohibited from plucking their eyebrows. And there is an authentic hadith in Bukhari and Muslim, narrated by Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, may Allah be pleased with him, who said that the Prophet had cursed, alayhi salatu wasalam, the women who pluck their eyebrows and those who it is done for them. Okay, this is haram for women. What is obligatory to remove? Well, for men and for women, they're obliged to pluck the armpit hair and to shave the pubic hair. And this is part of the 10 characteristics of fitra, of nature, which was reported by Mother Aisha. Anas ibn Malik stated that the Prophet ﷺ told us, ordered us to remove these and not to exceed 40 days. Now, having said that, you can shave the armpit if you wish. You don't have to wax it. You don't have to pluck it. And you could do the same with the pubic hair if you wish. And this is up to you, but you have to remove it totally. The rest of the hair is permissible. So for women, they can remove the hair on their arms, on their legs, no problem. Of course, they can't remove the hair on their head. They cannot shave. This is totally prohibited. For men, it's the same thing. They can remove the hair on the arms, on the legs, on the chest, and if they want, they can shave or trim the hair on their heads, and Allah knows best.
Wow, that's very, very interesting.
What did you think about that, Kelly?
Well, I find this one interesting because, in the modern Western world, a lot of women have found almost, I suppose you could say, like an act of rebellion or just an act of what they consider self-love to like fight the patriarchy or something. Because basically a lot of women in the modern day came to the belief that shaving is all because of the patriarchy or whatever you want to call it, that because of the man you know, to please the men, and it's not for the woman. And I know there was some research that I actually did read about that when the modern day razor was invented, probably like 1920s or something like that, it wasn't really a thing for a woman at least in the West, to be shaving as much as they do, all of their legs and their armpits and the pubic hair or whatever. And so then next thing you know, there's all this marketing campaign about women need to shave. That's the way to go. So basically, as women found this out, they're like, okay, whoa, this is just like, we shouldn't be shaving. This is just because of someone invented the razor and wanted to make money off women shaving. But when you bring this point in, which is basically, I mean, the Quran, when it came out and the Hadiths, that's practically ancient, right? How long ago it was. And for them to say that women and men were obliged to get rid of armpit hair and pubic hair and the rest is their choice. That was really, really, I wasn't expecting to hear that. But it makes sense to me because, I don't know, it just feels better when your skin is smooth, honestly. But I did find it very, very interesting that what is not allowed out of all the hair, especially for women, is that you're not allowed to do anything to your eyebrows. So it's just very interesting. And the rest is your choice. So maybe women actually were shaving their legs and stuff for hundreds, thousands of years if they wanted to, but we just didn't realize it because we were looking at only Western information. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, I've never done research and seen when women started to shave, you know, but I'm sure it was thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of years ago. Who knows how long women have been shaving.
Or waxing or whatever.
Yeah, waxing seems to be more recent, for sure.
Probably, but you never know.
You know, because what kind of material would they even use for that? You're going to put like clay
sugaring. I think you can use maybe honey or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
There's natural kinds out there, like beeswax, I think. I could be wrong. But.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I just don't know, you know. But it is interesting to shave the armpits and all that because
even
that's something that I do a lot. So, and people think it's weird, you know. Look, I don't like to have a lot of hair everywhere on my body.
Yeah. So,
you know, all the stuff that it said to shave, I actually do shave that on a regular basis. And it says, and I don't, you know, shave my eyebrows or anything. But I like how it says that women can't act like men and men can act like women. Because people do need to have stronger gender roles, I believe, in today's society. And I do believe men should act like men and women should act like women. And, you know, but everyone's free to do what they want to do. That's just my personal belief. So it is interesting to see how society has changed over time. And you start to see people getting a little crazier, a little wilder. They might have their, you know, armpits out, you know, with their hair coming out. They might have, you know, who knows how crazy the stuff can get. And it really is something that just leads you down a path of just where you're just basically unclean. And I like to stay very clean, and so does Kelly. So let us know what you guys think. Did you guys know this information? And now that I'm thinking about it, Kelly, I do remember hearing something about the eyebrows at one point or another.
Yeah, I think we watched a little video one time where it said like list of women who are cursed by Allah or something like that. And that was one of the things. But some people were saying that in the video, not all of those things are really correct. It was kind of one of those AI type videos.
Yeah.
But I guess that's why Muslim men always have big beards, because you're actually not allowed to get rid of your beard. We didn't even know. We thought it was just the thing. We thought it was just a cultural type of thing. Like, yeah, we got beards. We're Muslim. Like, but no, like, you don't touch that beard.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Don't
so let us know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing the video. And thank you to everybody that subscribes to the channel. Thank you to everybody that donates to the channel.
Thank
and we
you,
very
everyone.
much appreciate it. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next video.